Get it on with, Card Wizard. What up, dorks? Welcome back to Magic and Mayhem, losers. What's up, stinkies? I'm your host, the King of Chaos.
Hi.
It's the wrong time of day.
It is. It is very much the wrong time of day.
I'm not used to doing this until like 7 p.m.
It is 7 a.m. and it's weird.
I'm still trying to wake up. What's going on?
We were just saying hello, and so will I.
Hi guys.
Hi, I'm Ronnan, and much like a nosy pepper, I am jalapeno business.
Curse you.
That one didn't hit quite as well as the rest of it. Let me try again. Much like a nosy pepper, I am jalapeno business.
Curse you.
Please.
Curse you.
A pity laugh. Anything.
That's... I am...
Hi.
I'm half asleep.
I can tell. He says half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a great day to be alive.
Sure.
No, I'm not gonna burst into song. I don't have the energy for that.
There's 140.
All right. What are we doing today?
Today we're doing a craft a card.
Craft a card.
It's gonna be a weird energy today, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is gonna suck.
You know who else has a weird energy
Ronnan.
though? It's
Ulamog?
the it's the card wizard.
Don't mention.
It's
Don't bring him into this.
It's too early for this guy.
I mean, we don't have a choice. It's kind of, he's here now, so.
Welcome to Craft a Card, a brand new segment of your favorite EDH podcast dedicated to exploring non-magic concepts. Here's how it works. Player 1 chooses any non-magic idea, like a character from a book, a scene from a movie, or a mysterious artifact found in the basement of a creepy old lady who predicted their demise. Player 1 then has 60 seconds to present this idea. No more, no less. Players 2, 3, and 4 then independently craft a new Magic the Gathering card inspired by Player 1's idea, without any input from them whatsoever. Once the card is created, Player 1 rates them on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how closely they captured the essence of their original concept. Then after that, it is your turn, dear listeners. Share your thoughts on the card. Is it good, bad, overpowered, completely unplayable? Let us know in the Q&A section in the episode description. And as always, we love you and thank you for tuning in to Magic and Mayhem!
Get it on with, Card Wizard.
I'm glad we can make fun of this guy for once. I hope he never sees that we just made fun of him. He'll come for us. He's scary.
I think he's too powerful.
Yeah. He's a little too powerful, but hey, what is life if not if you can't have if the fun you have if you can't have it?
It's too early for this. I already have a headache.
Yes. I agree. Yes.
That was genuinely at first a huge mistake, and I was like, roll with it.
I'm now fat red shirt child.
It's I was supposed to be. What is the point of life if you can't have a little bit of fun while you're living it? What I actually ended up saying was about 30 of those words in the wrong order.
Yes. You're in charge of this.
I am job today.
You are job today. Also, happy 4th of July. I know 4th of July is past for
quite a while now.
Quite a while now for episode drops. But like that's when it is when we're recording this. 4th of July.
All of us were off work today because it's the 4th of July.
Yes.
So we record.
The only reason we're up early.
Definitely not. Because I wanted to.
I would have slept for another hour.
You guys want to play Deep Rock after this? Just do a mission or two?
That may not have been the reason I said let's do it at 7 so that we'd have time after.
Sweet. We'll work out the Deep Rock details. The deep tales.
That's good. Read do your thing. There's a thing that we're supposed to do. We're making a card, and you bringing a concept.
I am bringing a concept. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
All right. In the ancient depths, a powerful necromancer forged a powerful sword using the Heart of Shadows. This weapon, infused with the souls of fallen warriors, could summon spectral skulls made of pure evil and malice to shred at a person's vitality. His reign of terror ended when a coalition of heroes sealed his spirit within the sword. The sword, now left behind, waits for a new master in the long-forgotten caves. Brave adventurers may find this legendary weapon, which still holds the power of tormented souls and the necromancer's lingering influence. Yet only the strongest can even touch it without being captured by it or succumbing to its dark temptations. The sword is made of an otherworldly black metal. It exudes an aura of dread and darkness, and its blade, long and thin, is lined with foreboding, malevolent runes. The hilt is wrapped in dark weathered leather, and the guard is shaped like the wings of a demon. At the base of the hilt on each side lies a blackened skull that shines red when attacking. While being wielded, its holder can hear faint evil whispers, the voices of the souls bound to its dark magic. And that's it.
That's a scary sword. It wouldn't happen to if you right click throw wither skeleton heads, would it?
I don't like this game.
That was a guess. I was kidding.
I don't like this game. Yeah, and what of it? What if it does?
I've got to stop guessing beforehand, because apparently I'm just really good at this. Anyway, we should make the card. Man, this is going to be hard. Today is going to be a rough one, I can already tell. Mornings are difficult. Alright, so it's probably going to be an artifact. Most likely an equipment. Or we could do a battle for no reason at all.
I don't even know if this card builder will let me build a battle.
Never mind.
Just listening, I was kind of, I don't know, I was thinking, like, it could be a creature itself, kind of, like a animated blade, kind of.
Like one of the ones with, we could do one with a, with reconfigure.
Yeah, I eventually thought of reconfigure, but I was originally thinking vehicle, but that doesn't make any sense, even though that's kind of what I want to go for. And then I remembered, oh, reconfigure is just the opposite direction.
Or we could give it like living weapon or something like for Moradin, and just have it. Those aren't ever any fun. Never mind. I don't want to do that. Those are always boring.
I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna.
No.
I think reconfigure is probably a good idea. There's some pretty good reconfigure stuff. I had a lot of those in my last commander pitch. Specifically because they're equipments. What color identity do you think we should go with here?
Well, necromancy is kind of black energy.
Should we just do mono black then? Or
Yeah.
does it sound like... Yeah, I think we should probably do mono black. Let's see. He said the hilt kind of glows when it, or like a skull emblem or something glows when it attacks. So I think maybe give it some sort of attack trigger, like equipped creature has some sort of attack trigger,
or damage trigger.
I think we could do. Maybe if we
Can you
make
read it
like,
out again? I forgot already.
Read what out again?
The description.
Oh, all of it. Hit us with all of it. Go.
All right. This is an opportunity for me to say it one more time without as many stutters and trips, so we can actually have one for the episode. In the ancient depths, a powerful necromancer forged a powerful sword using the Heart of Shadows. This weapon, infused with the souls of fallen warriors, could summon spectral skulls made of pure malice and evil to shred at a person's vitality. His reign of terror ended when a coalition of heroes sealed his spirit within the sword. The sword, now left behind, waits for a new master in the long-forgotten caves. Brave adventurers may find this legendary weapon, which still holds the power of tormented souls and the necromancer's lingering influence. Yet only the strongest can even touch it without being captured by it or succumbing to its dark temptations. This sword is made of an otherworldly black metal. It exudes an aura of dread and darkness, and its blade, long and thin, is lined with foreboding, malevolent ruins. The hilt is wrapped in dark, weathered leather, and the guard is shaped like the wings of a demon. At the base of the hilt on each side lies a small blackened skull that shines red when attacking. While being wielded, its holder can hear faint, evil whispers, the voices of the souls still bound to its dark magic.
Maybe. Let's see, souls bound by the dark man. We could do something where it like one of the mocks something that taps for mana. You play it and you have to exile a card from your hand, and then the mocks will tap for 1 mana of any color in that card was. We could do a thing where we could play it and exile a creature we control or something, and then it gets the sword itself gets, or will, when attached to a creature, will give them plus X plus 0, and X is the power of the creature you exile.
Is that going to be something that you exile from like the battlefield, or do you like exile it from your hand like a Mox?
I think it should be from the battlefield. Well, if you're exiling from the battlefield, then that it kind of, you already had the power on the field and you're just kind of moving it now, so maybe not. Maybe it would be a good idea to do it from your hand.
I've got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it sounds. I think the it's like the glow kind of makes me think it's as it strikes down an enemy, it steals its soul. So maybe something like if equipped creature deals damage after equipped creature deals damage, if a creature were to die after being dealt damage by that.
If this creature would deal damage that kills another creature or something like that.
Yeah, if this creature deals damage that kills another creature, exile it under exile it until I'll get it eventually. Exile it instead of sending it to the graveyard until the sword is leaves the battlefield or something.
And we could like give it death touch so that it's killing a lot of stuff. And then if they just like remove the sword, that you get all your stuff back.
I was also thinking that it's like the sword could give the creature it's equipped to, it's like +3, -3, because it was saying that only the strongest could take up the sword. So you're gonna have to be kind of powerful to not die from taking up the sword.
See, then if you swing the guy that you have it attached to, yeah, you're more likely to kill the thing or that blocks it, but you can then most likely your thing is just gonna die to a token because it's gonna have such a low toughness. And then you'll have to find something else to attach it to. And then you won't even get anything under it because you just died to a token.
Yeah.
I think if it exiles other creatures, it should give a buff for things that it has exiled. Maybe like just it gives an extra +1 for everything exiled that way.
We'll do +X, where X is the number of creatures exiled with card name.
Yeah. When it's a creature itself, what do you think its power and toughness should be?
Should we do like a 2/3 death touch? Put the death touch on the creature side of the reconfigure?
Yeah, we could do that. I definitely
just
think that it should
looked
give
up-
death touch too, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just looked up reconfigure cards on Scryfall, and most of these I'm seeing the creature side has a keyword ability, and then it says equipped creature gets, and gives the rest of the equipment side stuff.
Most of them, well, not
So
most
the
of them.
equipment side doesn't actually benefit the reconfiguring creature in the first place.
There's, yeah, I know that the rabbit one,
It has haste.
it has
and
haste and it gives haste.
And then it also gives +1/+1 to the reconfigured creature because it's a 1/1.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think having it be, I like it being a 2/3 on its creature side. I don't think we should line it up with some of those red ones where it's like you get what its power is anyway. I think it definitely should just be that it gets +X for how many creatures exiled with it. And then the ability to exile things when they die is on the reconfigure part as well, and not just with the sword itself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, so we have a mono black equipment. What should its other type be? Because usually they're are they usually the creature equipment something, I think.
Artifact,
like
creature, equipment, ogre, equipment, lizard, equipment, rabbit.
So maybe like equipment spirit or
monkey.
something like that. Equipment demon.
That would make sense. Like a spirit. Because that's basically what it is. It's just the souls inside the sword.
Blade of the Oni is an equipment demon.
I think we could... I like the idea of spirit. Because the necromancer, I don't think was a demon, but his soul is definitely in the sword, so...
And then, just to make sure, the sword also has something where whenever equipped creature kills something in combat, that creature gets exiled until the sword leaves.
Yes. Instead of going to the graveyard. And I think it's, I think usually the way stuff like that is worded is,
Do you want to just exile it completely or until the sword leaves?
I think it's really fun to do it until the sword leaves, and then it makes people be like, alright, well now we just have to get rid of your sword.
Well, that's if they're doing recursion. Because otherwise there's no point, because it's just going to go back to the graveyard after it's back from exile.
Oh, yeah. Would it go back there? Yeah, it would go. But if it's instead of going to the graveyard, would it go to the graveyard after it comes back?
Maybe reword it to exile it from their graveyard.
Yeah, that would make more sense. Because you don't want... I definitely don't want them to have too high of an incentive
back
to get it, but...
Yeah, we don't want it going back to the battlefield, is the thing.
Whenever a creature dealt combat damage by a equipped creature dies this turn.
Yeah, that's what I
Exile
was
it from-
about to say, is how they usually word it for that.
Whenever a creature dealt combat damage by equipped creature dies this turn, exile it from its owner's graveyard instead. Or well, even just saying exile it instead.
But would that... Yeah, we should just do exile it instead and then not have it come back anywhere. Just leave it exiled even if the thing does get destroyed.
You could also drop the buy equipped creature and just say buy this creature and have at the very beginning equipped creature gets in quotations this ability.
Yeah. Because that's usually how they reconfigure stuff.
That's how most equipment work. Well, never mind. That's how most fun equipment works.
So equipped creature gets Death Touch, +X, where X is the number of cards exiled with card name, and whenever a creature dealt combat damage by this creature dies this turn, or exile it instead.
Yes. Alright, so I think we're set equipment side wise. As the creature itself, we said, do we want to go with 2/3, or do we want that to be?
That could work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
we'll go with 2/3 then. Should
because when you cast it, it's just gonna be a 2/3 with Death Touch.
Yeah. What should we put the reconfigure cost at? Considering what it gets, should it be 3, 4?
I was thinking maybe like 2 and a black, 2 and 2 black, something like that.
Oh yeah, because it's a colored. I kept forgetting that this isn't just a generic. Yeah, we could do. I think 2 and a black would work, unless you think it should be more.
Yeah. I think 2 and a black is good.
Yeah. Because you have to cast it and then reconfigure it in order to get...
You're right. Speaking of casting it, are we almost done with this already?
Shoot,
maybe.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, hold on. I need to throw in some crazy stuff in here, because so far this...
Dang it, no!
So far this card is actually working.
This is why we always throw in weird stuff, because we do this too quickly.
We're doing a show. We're not doing this to be good at it. All right. Let's see. We need some controversy in something. Let's go with. I don't want to do the Monacost again because Monacost controversy is kind of boring, and it has a risk of backfiring. Let's see. We should give the creature part of it a separate ability that the equipped part doesn't get, and it should be something like
quotations gophers you control gain +2/+7.
No.
Yeah.
Stop with the gophers.
I was thinking if the equipment is destroyed, you draw a number of cards equal to the amount of creatures exiled with it. Or you draw a number of cards equal to the creatures exiled with it and lose a number of life equal to the creatures exiled with it.
Just a Phyrexian arena several times all at once.
Yeah, it would be really funny to have. You've got this super powerful creature that you've built up. You've slowly built over time, having this equipment attached, and then
Vandal Blast.
Somebody just destroy target equipment, and then you die out of nowhere. Game over.
Gone.
See, I know I said controversy, but I like that a lot. Yes?
I have a good one.
Hit it.
Whenever you
Whenever
Whenever a card is exiled with card name, each player gains a poison counter. Time counter. Game clock. then you better hope that your deck is leaning a little more into proliferation.
This is,
Or you have a Vorinclex, so you're getting a total of 1, while everyone else is getting 2.
This is
I think that's how it works.
This is definitely one that I want to fight. I don't want to be giving everybody some poison counters here. Poison counters in general. It's too scary. Too scary.
Come on, Blightsteel out of nowhere.
Alright, but see,
Come
at
on.
least when I do it, you don't have time to even get a die out and put it up for the poison. You just walk away at that point. You don't have any time to feel the poison. You just die. But a slow, agonizing death, and not just for you. Not just for your enemies, but for you too. I know we made a card a bit ago that kind of does the same thing, where it's a slow, agonizing death for everybody. But like, yeah, I don't know.
All right, I added the thing. When this creature dies, draw X cards and lose X life, and then the X would still be the same as the rest of the ability, so I didn't clarify. I'm just kidding. I put where X is the number of cards exiled with it.
Sweet. Instead of a poison counter, you could do like a dang it. Like a food token.
Each player gains a food token.
Yeah.
Creates a food token.
You mince it up. You kill a creature, you mince it up, and you deal it out to all your friends.
Ta-da!
Here, have some foods. Food is the one that
like
gives
that one.
life, right?
Yeah.
Bap. All right, here.
We don't want to do
Bap.
something
Okay, here you
useful. We don't want to do something like actually useful, like draw a card, discard a card, or draw a card, or create a mana, or
Yeah. We don't want a treasure or a clue or anything like that. I think a food is perfect.
not even a blood token. Blood token is too good for them.
Or hear me out. Okay, I don't actually want this ability on it, but I just thought of this, and I think it would be really funny. Whenever it kills a creature, you everyone, all of your opponents, not even you, all of your opponents, exile the top 10 cards of, or reveal the top 10 cards of their library, and put one creature from among them onto the battlefield, tapped, and then put the rest on the bottom of their library. Or maybe not even every opponent, just the guy that you took a creature from. It's just like, you lost your creature, but here, have another one. And also some food. Here you go.
That would be really, really great. I don't think it's for this card, though.
No. Not for this card. We should definitely lean really heavily into a group hug sort of thing with one of our next ones. Because I like that idea.
Ooh. If we were starting from scratch, we could have gone. If it kills a creature, you create a 2/2 zombie or something. Because it is a necromancer, so it's reanimating the critters. You have a zombie now. But I like the.
Oh no, he died.
I like what we got. Ish.
How long have we
What do we
been
got?
recording? 45? Oh man. we got.
Tell me what we got.
What do we have?
All right,
Tell us.
So far, we have a 2/3 artifact creature equipment spirit that has no name or mana cost yet. It has Death Touch and Reconfigure for 2 and a black. When this creature dies, draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of cards exiled by it. Equipped creature gets Death Touch +X +X, where X is the number of cards exiled by card name. And whenever a creature dealt combat damage by this creature dies this turn, exile it instead.
Mana cost wise, 3
Too
and 2
generic.
black. What did you just say?
Too generic.
Two.
It is not actually doing a lot on its own.
Well, yeah, but
You have to reconfigure it for 2 and a black
yeah.
in order to get anything good coming out of it. It's like even the X ability, it doesn't do anything until it dies. And it doesn't do anything.
It makes
It
the
does stuff
creature
when it
bigger.
dies and doesn't do anything until after it's been equipped to something.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't even it doesn't exile anything until it's attached to something.
Yeah.
Well, we can. I don't think it should be 2, but we can lower it
2,
from
3.
5.
Did we still have Death Touch on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2/3 Death Touch with another equip ability.
So maybe 3 then?
3. Do we want to?
Basically, you're casting a 2/3 Death Toucher.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could be a 2 mana or a 3 mana.
I think we should up it by 1 mana just because it has the ability to reconfigure. That because then you wouldn't have to cast another card to have that other thing. So maybe if we do a 3 and a black or 2 and 2 black, or if I think we could do 3 if we just do straight 3 black.
Yeah.
Alright. I'd be okay with 3 black if you.
3 black to cast.
Yeah. That way you can. That way, turn 1, you can play a swamp, play a dark ritual, and cast it.
Yeah? You good?
I don't know why you'd choose this one specifically to do turn 1, but
It's the only one you have in your hand.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You start with 3 cards. You went down to 3.
And no, the rest of them are just swamp. You decided to keep the hand that had this
5
equipment.
swamps, a dark ritual, and this equipment.
Yeah. You're
I
like,
mean, hey,
want-
I've kept worse. I've won with worse. Not to flex or anything.
I'd keep that hand. Dude, having that much land, you'd never miss a drop. And with my luck, I'll never draw another land. So having 5 is perfect
Yeah.
for me. Alright.
Alrighty. I think all we need left is just a name.
A name?
Do we, for the reconfigure, do we still want to do 2 and a black, or do we want to do 3 black for that?
I think maybe.
Or
I don't
maybe
want to do 3 black.
2
again.
black and 3 life?
I don't know. Maybe we could do
2 black, 2 life, and gain a poison counter.
maybe 1 and 2 Phyrexian mana. Phyrexian black. You can choose whether
Sure.
you want to do life or.
And a poison counter.
No, no, you're not getting a poison counter by equipping.
Come
them.
on!
Maybe for another. I like that idea of having.
It's a necromancy sword. Come on!
I like the idea of having the poison counter be a cost for something that you get. You get a poison counter as a cost for something, but maybe not this one.
If I could just completely homebrew my own deck, I would use poison counters like energy.
But
It's like you're giving yourself poison counters. You give yourself poison counters, but then take away poison counters in a casting cost. That would be a fun deck.
But it
it's
has
just
to
completely
be
homebrew.
It has
it's
to
never
be
gonna
a
be
lot
legal. It's never gonna happen, but it'd be fun.
It would have to have like a lot of like the cost for the amount of poison you have to pay is like pretty high up there, like more than 5. So you have to be pretty close to death and really risking it for it to actually be the cost to do it.
Just Varaska yourself.
I need 9
now I have
now.
9. I'm gonna proliferate everything but my poison counters.
And then I'm going to cast this, which takes away 4 of my poison counters, but can only be cast when I have 9 of them.
That would be another interesting mechanic. Like when you cast a spell, if you have this many or fewer poison counters, counter that spell instead. Like a spell that counters itself if you don't have enough poison counters.
So you need to have a specific amount before you can actually cast it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a lot of ones in there that's like you need 8 or 9, but every single one of them also lowers your poison counter when you cast it. So you're like, well, now I have to proliferate myself before I can cast my next one again.
And it's like this second somebody else gets a thrumming bird, you're like, well, there goes my game.
It's over, guys.
Oh, dang it.
Alright.
It was nice working with you.
Goodbye. Captain goes down on the ship.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
He went down with his
sword be should this be legendary?
Absolutely.
I think we should make it legendary. It seems like a legendary sword.
You don't want someone to have more than one of those on the board.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So all we need to do is make a title for it. It should be the name and then Spirit Blade? No. It had a lot
Sword of Damnation.
Isn't there already a sword called that?
Sword called what?
Sword of Damnation.
Maybe not. I might be thinking of something else. That sounds very familiar, though.
There's a great Sword of Damnation in Elden Ring.
But is it...
We were talking about magic.
Is it magic,
Cass.
No, it's Elden Ring.
Then... Look, I don't know if there's a Elden Ring set, okay? Every time you say something... Every time you say, like, something's in Dominaria or, like, Ixalan or something, you just say it exactly like that. There's a sword of this in Dominaria. I don't know all of the sets. And also, I could not, for some reason, remember where I've heard Elden Ring before. I don't do Dark Souls. Is that Dark Souls?
Yeah, I think so. One of the Bloodborne games or something like that. I don't know. No, I was laughing because I meant to say it. Like, no, it's in Elden Ring, not Magic. But I just went, no, it's not in Magic. No, it's Elden Ring. So I just accidentally said it way meaner than I meant to. And I'm like,
Can't believe
come on, dude, you don't know it's Elden Ring? But in my brain, I'm like, I'm being kind.
I'm a good person.
I'm helping.
We could
I searched it up on Scryfall. There's no such magic card.
Okay. Sword of Damnation. Sword of Gopher Nation.
No. No.
Gopher Nation.
No.
It's the Gopher Nation. Fine, we can do one without gophers.
Thank you.
I like the Sword of Damnation. That's pretty good.
Man, it's gonna be real interesting trying to fit this whole thing into the
title.
Yeah. So this synopsis was kind of unique, because a lot of my description I had to take some creative liberties, because it's the Dreadlord Sword from Hypixel Skyblock in Minecraft, which shows up, I believe, as an iron sword.
Stone.
A stone sword.
I think. No, it is an iron sword. Sorry. I was thinking of a different one. Yeah.
So it appears as just an iron sword, and trying to find any just scrap of lore for this game is near impossible. So I made some lore up. Not all of the lore, but yeah, the name of the necromancer that wields it is called the Dreadlord.
Dreadlord Sword of Damnation.
And then I have to shrink the name because it's so
when
long.
I thought I knew what game it was from. I thought you were doing a different sword, though. I didn't actually think it was the Dreadlord Sword, even at the very beginning, where I basically just guessed that that's what it was. I thought it was a different one. I figured it was from Hypixel Skyblock, but I was pretty sure it wasn't that sword. I just gotta stop guessing. That's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Quit guessing.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the Dreadlord Sword, and in Hypixel Skyblock, when you're attacking, it doesn't do a lot of melee damage, but you can right click and it fires a Wither Skull, and that deals a lot of damage if you're kitted out for magic damage, like Ronnan typically is.
I think that's why I guessed it's so easy, is it's my main sword.
Yeah, I should have done a sword that... I was like, I should do a sword from this, because there's so many. And I was like, no, Aspect of the Dragons is going to be way too obvious. It's a sword that you get from killing a dragon that when you attack with it, it fires a cone of fire that throws enemies away.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What?
Okay, thank goodness. You froze and went completely quiet while you were describing that, and then all of a sudden your screen just like fast forwarded, and then you were back, but we didn't hear any of what you just said.
Hello. I was thinking about doing like the Aspect of the Dragons, which is a sword that you can right click with and it like just fires a cone of fire that flings enemies back really far. And I was like, trying to describe that, I think Ronnan would instantly remember our many games of tennis.
Yeah.
That we would just throw a mob back and forth.
Those games are really hard to do when you've loaded out for magic damage, because your ball just dies really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can get 1 or 2 hits in though.
Ronnan, ball killer.
Whoa.
I have my new crafted card. Ronnan, Slayer of Balls.
No. I don't like the implications.
Too bad.
I love the implications. Implications are my favorite. But yeah, I think this looks really, really solid, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I give you 10 out of 10!
We actually made a good card, and not a ridiculous card this time.
I know, I feel like relieved.
Wow, don't.
There's like no
get
sense
used
of
to
like
it, because next time
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, there's like, it was nice having a break from the sense of exasperation that was Mirak the Gopher Grixis.
Look, man, it's just
He was
a
asking for
childhood
it.
nickname. He was asking for it. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been out in the gopher fields if he didn't want the nickname. Okay, if he would stop playing with the gophers, he wouldn't be called the gopher. Okay.
And that if he just if he stopped being a bad guy, he wouldn't have to be assigned to Grixis.
Exactly. He asked for it himself.
Literally, he walked up to me and he was like, "Hey, can you call me the Gopher Grixis?"
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because
in
that's
that
how Mirek
voice.
sounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, hey, Mirek," and he's like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, pretty good. How can I help you?" And he's like, "I want to be Gopher!"
I want to be a gopher.
Yay!
Well,
But yeah,
that was
I'm gonna
pretty
go
good.
ahead and that was pretty good. And we should. I don't know if we can find any art for this because it's just gonna be an iron sword, but we'll get some art slapped on this, and you guys can see the final product at the end of the episode.
Oh!
Yes.
Don't forget to save the card this time.
Do you know how
Yes.
hard it is?
No, I know. I know.
We were doing so good. This was going to be an episode where all I had to do was cut blank space. And then here we are.
I'm a blank space baby. I'll write your name.
I hate you. Where can we find you?
Hell. After what I just did.
Yep.
You can find me on twitch.tv at King of Chaos with a 0 instead of the O in Chaos and 3 S's. And you can find me on YouTube at the King of Chaos with just a 0 instead of an O in Chaos. What about you guys?
I'm James. I go bed.
In bedtime.
Ow!
What happened?
Did you just try to sneeze and cough?
I burped carbonation.
Oh.
Ow!
Your bloodline is... He says being related to him.
That hurt. Alright, you can find me James_42 on one of them and 42_James on the other. I don't know.
Twitch and YouTube is what he's talking about.
Twitch and YouTube probably.
Yeah, 42 James Twitch.
Possibly
James
OnlyFans.
42
You can
YouTube.
look a little bit. I'm not promising it's there.
There is actually a setting on OnlyFans where you can just block any VIN access from your state. So like no one in Colorado can see your OnlyFans.
So you never
Fair
run
enough.
into people. How do you
Yeah,
know
so
this?
you're never like you never had like the dentist office and he's like, saw something interesting. And you're just like,
Yes. How do you
Yes.
know this?
Where can we find you, Ronan?
Do I have to leave the state and go on OnlyFans and search for you?
Are you saying
Ronan
that
on
you want to?
OnlyFans
Because that's
is-
kind of freaky,
No,
man.
but I need proof. I need evidence.
Look at me. Do you think I could pull off OnlyFans?
Probably. If
Oh,
There's
thanks,
some weird
man.
people out there.
I mean,
man.
that means a lot. Hey.
that means less. Anyway,
Yeah.
hey, you can find me at Ronan_C_McKeek on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure I stumbled over that well enough that nobody understood what I said. So just go to the
Ah!
show notes or episode description. Show notes?
Yeah, we can.
Episode description.
We've
One
got a
of them.
link tree in the show notes if
Right.
you don't want to actually type in all of our URLs.
Just go look
And
for
we
it.
finally
Knife.
finally ended up getting the link tree on the podcast description. You know, because we were saying that we have a link tree, and then we never did this whole time.
Apparently, somebody
Yeah, someone
forgot to put it
forgot
on
to
there.
put the link tree on the
And
podcast.
No one looked. And we just assumed it was there.
And in all honesty, I thought it was there. I was
Somehow.
never being facetious and being like, yes, it's there. I was like, yeah, it's absolutely there. Why would it not be? Stamps are
Because
so
folklore.
expensive, man.
What? Don't change the subject.
Bye-bye!
Okay, bye. See you guys. I got a song stuck in my head, but we can get to that later.
My hair immediately started falling out of my ponytail the second we started recording. So now everybody gets to see my long, luscious locks. And
His
my
hair's
beautiful,
down.
luscious locks.
That's gorgeous. Hold on, me too.
1 second.
What's that one Muppet that just like doesn't stop screaming?
I've gathered you boys here today.
So today,
What are you doing here?
today on Magic and Mayhem, we're gonna talk about
I don't know.
things.
This is the after credit. What are you still doing here?
Yo.
Go away.
Get out. Leave.
Sorry, fine.
Why
Leave.
can't I hear anything?
Good. Good.
I can hear you.
Now it's just
Where'd
us.
Chaos go?
We told him to leave, so we left.
Ah, yes.
Good. Oh no, he's here.
Hey,